Well, Tony, here in Paris for the 2025 NBA Paris Games, this year we get not one game, but two games. What do you make of the league's dedication to come here and do this event?
I just love it. Like, it started with David Stern's vision, to make the game global. And I think he'd be very proud to see the growth, because when I came 20 years ago, it was a preseason game, and it was unbelievable. And now to have two regular season games, it just shows the love of the NBA with Paris, because it's been 4 years in a row they've been coming here, and it just shows the NBA dedication, to really grow basketball here and to do even more. I read that Adam wants to do more games and maybe road trips and stuff like that. So I think it's just great for everybody, and we've been in France very lucky to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. And this year, Spurs and Pacers. Obviously, the Spurs have Wemby.
I'm biased, yeah.
Of course,
Spurs.
right. But with Wemby being here, what have you kind of noticed about how he's embraced this opportunity?
But I've been traveling with the Spurs before coming
Yeah.
here. I was with them for like 10 days, and we talked about it. We had dinner together, and he was like super excited. I can see that he was like excited, and it's normal. You're going to play in front of your friends, family. And since I arrived, the energy has been unbelievable. I never saw the NBA decorated like that, like on the Champs-Élysées. You see the NBA stuff everywhere. And so for Victor, it's just an unbelievable opportunity to play with his franchise in France. That's very rare.
And when you look back on your time as a star in the NBA and being from France, and you compare it to what you're seeing Wemby going through, what are the similarities and what are the differences?
I think it's even worse.
Worse?
Yeah, because the expectation, like me, when I came in, nobody expected nothing from me. I was a little skinny guy from France, nobody cared. When Wemby arrived, man, there was a lot of expectation. So it's big for him. The only thing I can compare is maybe LeBron James, on the expectation. And I'm very proud of him, as the pioneer, of French basketball, to see the way that he's carrying now the tradition with the French team, with a great silver medal in Olympics, and now with the Spurs. He's improving and he's playing well, and the way he's handling everything, it's amazing.
You mentioned it in an interview recently, maybe 2-3 years you could see Wemby being the best player in the league, maybe the Spurs building a dynasty. They would need that for kind of him to fulfill that legacy. How can the Spurs do that?
Hopefully we keep drafting well. I think we did a good job with Stephen Castle.
Yeah.
He's a great point guard. And I think we maybe 2-3 pieces away to really contend for an NBA championship. So we're going to have to recruit, and we're going to be good in free agents. So it depends on a lot of stuff. We've got to be healthy. But if Victor wants to be considered as one of the best in the history, he's going to have to create his own legacy. And that's, like you say, he's going to have to win multiple championships. Because in the Spurs, that's what we expect. We won a lot of championships in my era, and so he's going to have to do the same thing.
And speaking of Spurs and expectation, when Wemby was drafted, what did you tell him about playing for Coach Pop? What advice did you give him? Because you got some tough love.
I just told him good luck. Good luck with Coach Pop. Yeah. But I thought Coach Pop was like the perfect coach for him, because he coached great big men. David Robinson, obviously Timmy, who's for me the best power forward ever. And so he can't be he's the best coach. And so I think for Wemby, it was just destiny. He was just meant to be with the Spurs.
Yeah. And then you're close with Pop, and I'm just curious what your conversations have been like as he's been recovering from the stroke that he had.
It's not easy, obviously he's doing well and he's going the right direction, but I don't wish that on anybody. It's a tough thing to come back, but Pop, he's tough,
Right.
So he'll be fine. And I just told him, just take his time and be patient, and when he's back, he's back. But I know he'll be back.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. And final question for you. You take such responsibility to be available for these NBA Paris games. You want to be an ambassador. You show up, you sign autographs, you say yes to every interview. Why is it so important for you to take on that role?
Because my idol did it. My idol was Michael Jordan, and he always did a great job as being a great ambassador, for basketball, for the NBA. And so for me, I always took that role, for French basketball. I wanted French basketball to be here, and I think I did a good job, inspiring, all that generation. And it goes through those events. It's important, those events, to be here, to be present, to do stuff with the kids, basketball camps, anything you can do to help, because you're going to inspire the next generation. And so that's my way to give back to the game.
All right, Tony, appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Stroke.
All right.